evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on wherever you are in the world, right?
Hi, Nia.
How are you, Tommy?
Oh my gosh. I'm good. I'm good. It's only, what is it, Wednesday or Thursday? It's
It's
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
See, I feel like it should be the weekend already. That's how good I am. And I have not even started drinking yet.
Look, oh, okay, wait a minute. Cheers. Yes,
Cheers.
it is happy hour where we are.
Hmm. Ooh, that's a
Fashion
strong
Week.
bourbon.
I
What?
haven't seen you in the flesh since Fashion Week.
Okay, that's crazy. We need to change that. But
I know.
I am leaving for Texas tomorrow, so
Oh, gonna spend the holidays with your family?
yeah, we do it every year. We go to Texas. We'll see my family, then we'll see his family, and then we're probably gonna go to Florida for New Year's Eve.
Nice. Warmer weather than I'm sure what we'll be having here in both of those destinations.
Exactly. Your light is so good. I don't know what's wrong with my light. I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties today, and it's so strange.
It's been a full moon a couple of days ago, so
Damn full
I don't
moon.
know. Just go with the flow. We're here. We're
Yes.
healthy. I
Yes.
still see your face, even though it's not as lit as well as you would like it to be. You
I
still
know.
look gorgeous, so we're
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Well, I want to welcome everybody to our final virtual fashion industry mixer of 2021.
Can't believe
Mia
we're
and I, was that?
I can't believe we're saying that.
I can't even believe we're saying it's the end of 2021.
Exactly.
Nia and I thought would be a great idea to recap 2021, all the fashion happenings. We have some surprise guests coming on today. And we're just going to go through the year and we're going to do it all in 1 hour. So we might have to rush some of these guests out, Nia, because I know a few of our surprise guests that like to talk.
It's okay. No feelings hurt here. They'll have to understand. We're on a
Yes.
time frame. We gotta
We're
let
on a
people
time
get to
frame.
their lives. Happy hour is an hour.
Exactly. 1 hour only. So I guess let's move forward, right? Let's move forward let's go all the way back to the beginning of the year, which we were so happy to join forces with the CFDA. And if you don't know the
Yes.
CFDA, it is the Council of Fashion Designers of America.
Big
It is
deal.
big, big deal. The president of the board has been Anna Wintour. Who's Anna Wintour? And Tom Ford is the current president, right?
Yes.
So we do have a special guest from CFDA on with us. First guest, my friend Elliot Carlisle. Let me see if he's in here in the green room. Not yet. He will be coming very soon. We do have a couple people in the green room which is a surprise. But I guess, Nia, while we're waiting on Elliot, I guess we can maybe get the next guest on. Why not?
That's what happens with live events. Let's just do that and we'll come
Because
up
you're
with
used to it. You're live on the radio all the time.
Yes.
So I definitely want to bring in right now one of our major sponsors for years. They are responsible for the hair and makeup of Fashion Week Columbus and
So
also
important.
of other events that we do and initiatives. Right now I have Burke Stuckey, who is in the green room waiting, and we have Lisa Whittington joining us whenever she joins. But I'm going to get Burke in here right now. How about that?
Yes. Come on up, Burke.
Burke, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, Burke. Good to see you.
You as well. How are you doing?
We're great. It's happy hour. We're good.
Oh, perfect.
Cheers.
I got my water.
You got to stay hydrated.
You are still at the office.
Right. If only.
Right? I know Lisa's joining us in a little bit, right?
She should be. She has the link. I called her. I texted her. So
Hopefully she'll be making it.
hopefully she shows up. She's the one that's going to have, all of the talking to do. Not that not that I can't. I just don't want to take that away from her,
You don't want to take the limelight away.
Yeah.
Burke, but I want to say this, you guys have been such a very valued partner. And we love Nurture Salon. This year's runway show is no exception. The hair and the makeup for the finale show and for the summer soiree were just on point, just completely on point.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. My first go around being Team Nurture, so it was a lot of learning and growing for me, which I truly enjoyed. It was a great experience. I was super excited to see that it was you who I was going to be meeting for lunch that
Oh,
day.
that's right.
That was a nice surprise for both of us. When
Yes.
this ball was kind of thrown into my court, I was just like, okay, I'll do this. And then I saw your name and I was just like, this is going to be great. This will go off without any issues. And we'll just say that that's how it went, you know?
And it was perfect. It was perfect. But
Yeah.
the funny thing is, I didn't know it was you. Like I was walking in and I was looking around the restaurant for a Burke Stuckey because I didn't know your last name. And then I'm walking around and you're like, hey, I'm over here. And that was I was so glad it was you because we hit it off right away as usual. I mean, we've been friends, but we haven't worked together. So that was great. And literally, Burke, you've been such a great supporter. You had some great ideas as well, and you kind of just led Nurture in the way of, just supporting Fashion Week Columbus and the Columbus Fashion Council.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes. Guess who else is on?
Is she in there?
Trying to find
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah.
Hey,
Lisa.
happy holidays.
Happy
How are
holidays.
Beautiful picture of you right behind you, Lisa. We love that.
Yeah. That was the other year, wasn't it? One of those years. 2 years ago. How are you?
We're good. We were just talking about you and Nurture.
What about Nurture? I've been there, 7 fabulous years as a stylist. Had another, position. I was an instructor there at the school for probably 11 years at the institute. So yeah, I'm a Nurture. Yes, I'm a Nurturian.
Nurturian. That's hilarious.
I love that.
That's a new
Yeah,
term.
I grew
I've
a
not heard
lot of
that.
babies, Nurture
Burke,
babies.
Burke is like, that is not on brand. Stop.
Yeah.
No, that could totally be a cute shirt for
No,
staff.
I love it. That's like I've never heard that. So we're gonna have to use that, Lisa, and we'll give you some of that cut.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
Love
that's what I am. Okay.
one thing I wanted you two to talk about is that what Nurture is about, because I think a lot of people don't realize that it's more than a school. Like there's all kinds of things going on behind the walls of Nurture. Can you guys talk about that a little bit? Because I think people would love to know that.
Want to start?
I've been here, Lisa.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, it did start out as an adventure for Thomas, Mr. Thompson. He is our owner, and it was the school. It started in 2007 or 2005. And I was already in Aveda Concept Salon. I've already been with Aveda for 32 years. Aveda is a brand name, and they have schools all over. They're mostly products, but they do have schools. And so we've been evolved since 2000. We were established in 2005. The next year, he opened up a salon because there was this, rush for all these hairstylists to become professional hairstylists. So he decided to have the salons. And the one in Upper Arlington is our very first one. It has about 24, styling stations. But besides that, we are a day spa. We have estheticians as well. We have 4 rooms where we do skincare, makeup, eyebrows. Now we're into lashes. This industry is huge. So we're really fortunate to be a well-rounded salon. And we had 2 locations, but fortunately with COVID, 2 other locations. But with COVID, that kind of shut us down to just 2. So we have the Brewery District and then Lane Avenue. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Aveda was the catalyst. Aveda products. Well, they've been around for about 40 years. It's environmentally safe products, plant-based. That's what we're sourced off of. It's a wonderful product. Makeup, hair care. It's a lifestyle. And a lot of people know the stores within some of the malls. They have lifestyle stores, but the salons are all independent, as well as some of the schools around the country. We're part of probably almost over 200 schools in the United States. But Patrick owns 5 of them, and they're in the Midwest area as well as LA. We got LA and North Carolina. So
I'm
it's
telling
nice to
you,
be a part of that.
I've been to the salon before for services, and I can vouch that it's a great place to go. If you're needing some touch ups or a new look and you don't have the money for the new look, because I will say your prices are very competitive and awesome. And the professionalism was another thing I was totally impressed with. So
Oh, yeah.
I can say to the audience, definitely check them out and go and get a service done.
Oh, yeah. We're very professional. It's all about meeting the expectations of the guest. And, timing is important. Professionalism is important. All of our team members are, well trained with that. And a lot of them come from the Veda schools. So even throughout the country, you'll get the same in independent salons as well. So that's why I like about Veda, because they really have put together the beauty industry as a whole, and our salon included, with making sure that we're servicing our guests in the best way possible, giving them that, above and beyond service. And so you get that. We have lay down beds in our salon, which is really something
Yes.
special.
I love
I love
those.
that. Because I'm that person. I'll go to sleep while you're giving me a service. So
Right.
That's one of the very first things. Everybody's like, what? When they walk into the shampoo rooms,
Yes.
you get to lay down, and it is a much more relaxing experience for the guests than ever. I mean, you sometimes fall asleep while you get your hair washed, get a mini facial. We do a little bit of what we call our Veda rituals, and you can get a mini facial, a hand and arm massage, and a scalp and shoulder massage. So we do that with each guest that comes in. So yeah, very professional, but also a little extra. We do a lot.
I love it. I remember, Lisa, when I first went into Aveda, because we started with working with nurture, sorry, years ago, several years ago. And so I said, okay, cool. I like to patron my sponsors. Thank you. And I walked in and I forgot how Aveda does, like Aveda concepts provide like an experience, right? But that lay down bed in that cool down room with I hate shampoo bowls because my neck gets a crick. I'm like,
they're not
help.
comfortable. Yeah.
They're not comfortable at all. But that lay down bed, I might just drown in the sink because I will fall asleep.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's nice even for the stylist to actually give the services, because it's a time you can really kind of break in between each guest and just have a relaxing time. And the energy is just really fabulous. I love giving mini facials and up and shoulder massage. That's my favorite.
Well, it's definitely a great facility. I think everybody that is watching, please check them out. The website's below. But we also have to give you your praises, because Lisa, you and the entire team, the runway, beat faces, hair, like everything. Y'all brought the glam.
I know. I'm really proud of this year, because this is my 5th year, my 3rd year being a head lead. And it was fabulous for me because we pulled together something like, it was about 30 of us, with the makeup artist and the hairstylist. We brought a lady from Cincinnati. We have a school down there. And she came in, and oh my gosh, she was fabulous with the makeup. We just acquired probably about 2 years ago, outside of our Aveda makeup that we retail. We also have Smashbox, and what was it that we were using? We have that, and excuse me?
Mud.
Yes, Mud is a very professional. It's been around forever. So I was excited. I'm not a makeup person per se in this part of the industry, so I'm sorry about that. But oh my gosh, she was fabulous. I don't know. This year was just on point. I think with having Burke and also another one of our team leads from Nurture is Levi, helping out and assist. So this was the first year that I actually didn't have to do anything but really facilitate and coordinate. And my team, they comprise of students from the Institute, and they are just, every level. I mean, even beginning to getting ready to graduate, they are just on point. I think they get excited. You say a show, they're on it. And they just bring their A game. And then this year we opened it up to several other stylists that have went to our school, alumni. And even though they were working in other Aveda salons or, just around the city, they came in and they were like team busters. We were in a room where all the experience, you could come in there, get whatever you want done. I think they worked really well with the designers. They loved it. And we're still getting inquiries about it, about who they were, who's the stylist from the models, so I can post, so I can put their names. So it was just fabulous this year.
Well, I have to
It
also
was.
say that a lot of people don't know, but backstage of a fashion show can be very crazy and
Oh,
chaotic,
yeah.
especially hair and makeup room. But you guys had a whole vibe going on back there. It was so zen and just like it was wonderful. So kudos to the entire team. Not only did you send the models out looking amazing, but backstage you just guys really had it buttoned up and so well put together.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's my vibe. I'm a really kind of chill, laid out person, no matter what part of the program I'm at. When I'm leading, I tell them, you're here, you volunteer, I have faith in you, and let them do their thing. And it's like zen back there. I love it. I was going crazy. I was like, oh my God, I can't even believe this. But I like to work like that. It's even prevalent in the salon.
Yeah.
But I am. So I'm glad that energy goes. But that's the most hairstylists that are really on it. I mean, they can, it can get supercharged. We can get a little bit, timid about what we do, but this group of people, they were just, anything we asked, they did. Anything that the designers want, I think they worked really well. We were able to do. So yeah, I like it like that.
I love it. You guys
So
are
I
so
like
amazing.
it.
Lisa, you and Laura led that team. Like literally, this is all Nia and I have to do. We're like, you guys good? Yeah, we're good. Bye.
Here's your
Yeah.
space. Here's your space.
Laura was amazing. That was the first time really that I got to work with her one-on-one. And so when I pulled her in, I just said, hey, can you do this? And, this is me. This is you. You can do whatever. If you need any questions, I ask. And we are so much alike that it's flowed. And she worked with the makeup team. You didn't know, it was just excitement and work going on. And she is also a instructor. And I got to say a lot for our Aveda instructors at our institutes. They're amazing. That's tedious work. I like what I do with hair, but that right there, I don't know. But she is very calm. She was very precise. She helped those that needed and directed them. Laura is fabulous. And I can't wait to work with her hopefully next year or any other part of our, what we do around the city with the makeup.
Lisa, we have a question from one of our audience members, and then we're going to give Burke one last word before we move on to the next guest and the next item. We have a lot of surprise guests today, so hold on. Who's this question? Oh, Yassine Suevas. Hello, Yassine. She was once our model coordinator, and also she is modeled for Fashion Week Columbus, including last year. She says, any
Yes.
tips for new models in the terms of fashion looks that already have been decided?
All right, so it says, what is it? The questioner says, Lisa, has any advice for new models in terms of fashion looks that already have been decided? Well, just come with clean hair. Usually a day old hair is really good when you come in, and just be relaxed. A lot of times working with our team, we're going to make sure you feel comfortable. We won't do anything that's going to be outrageous. But it's really up to the vision of the designers. We complete that, both hair and makeup. And then when it gets all together, you have this fabulous look. So just come relax. A lot of times, I think that it's important when it comes to makeup because you never know. Make sure that, clean face. Make sure you bring your face powder and your foundation because sometimes those are hard to really match up. But everything else, as far as the accent colors for the eyes, the lips, and whatever else we add is on point. So for those new models, always carry your foundation, powder, and your makeup, and maybe even your contouring or what do you call it? just so that you match, so it matches your skin. And because we have a variety of stylists and makeup artists that are really trained to do all types of skin tones. But it's real important if you really want to be on precise and feel more comfortable, make sure you do that.
And most importantly, Lisa, I'm gonna put it in there. Models, do not wash the makeup off your face.
Listen, I was just about to say something almost the exact same. Remembering you're the canvas, it's not like you're going out in this look, you're going out and representing the designer. So it's almost, I hate to say it like this, but it doesn't matter if you don't like the look, you're the canvas.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what we do as hairstylists and makeup artists. We're just really complimenting and finishing that look and that vision for each designer. And when it's all done well and said and done, it looks fabulous. Whether we disagree or not, you see it go down the runway or get lined up, and it's like, oh my God, can't believe that. And it's fabulous. It looks good. People don't even know what goes on behind the scenes.
Right. Burke, any last words for our audience, and what's Nurture up to? What can they expect? Can they visit Nurture now and get their holiday looks?
They can try.
We all booked up.
To be honest, we are busy. I don't know why Lisa's sitting at home.
This is my day off.
I'm just giving her a hard time. She threw, honestly, a great party for the whole staff this past weekend. So she needs this day off. So that is something here at Nurture that we believe in, is just like being a family. Like, I know some people that scares them at work, like this isn't family, this is just a job. But with everything, like she mentioned, the beta, just everything that we stand for, like, family is important. Our clients are our family. We invited them to the fashion shows, the fashion events. Like, we just really want to pull the outside in, if that makes sense. We want everyone that's involved outside of this little space that we live in here at Nurture to just come in and enjoy us, and then be able to be a part of anything that we do outside of here as well, as that's how you grow and foster your business and just yourselves as individuals and your community. So like, that's when I was given the opportunity to kind of take charge and find some people to help make this happen for you guys. I was so very excited. I love events. I love any type of, bringing the community together. I love that it's all nonprofit. I love that it's all local.
Yes.
It's fun to know some of the designers. Obviously, I know some of them as well. And then I saw some models that I even knew and recognized just from, being out here and showing my face in the community. So I'm very grateful, and I am very excited for next year and what is to come. Just to be a part of this team, I guess is what I'll call it. This little family that we have of our own. It's a really,
our fashion
really
family, our Fashion Week family.
Really,
what was that?
No, I was going to say it's a really great group of people. Like, everyone I meet is just so inspiring and so happy, so uplifting at all the events. Like, I've made some probably lifelong, connections with a lot of people just through this connection. Yeah. So I thank you guys for that.
Thank you.
I think
thank you so much.
Same thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just saying kudos to Bert, because he's fairly new, and he got his first taste of it, and it was fabulous with working with us.
Now he's hooked. He's hooked to Fashion Week.
Somehow you got me.
I love it. I always say, I say this a lot, especially in the last couple of years, is we've come to realize that Fashion Week Columbus is a platform that doesn't just spotlight and showcase fashion designers that are local. It also brings together the fashion industry, whether you're a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a photographer, crew member, models, and it helps you also connect and build your own brands. I know, Lisa, we've talked about a couple of paid gigs on the side, right? Like for maybe I think a TV film or a commercial, as well. And when those come about, you're my first call. You know that for hair.
I appreciate that. I love it.
Yeah.
You too, as a stylist, as a makeup artist, really get to connect and network with many people. I think Fashion Week is like the #1 venue or place to go to. Tommy, kudos to you for doing it for 13 years now.
12, 13. We're working on 13. Oh,
we're working on 13. I'm putting it in there. I'm putting it in the universe. Yes. And then designers themselves, like Hey, Gerardo just opened up his own.
Yes.
And then, yeah, so, I was unfortunate I was not able to go, but I was able to at least get someone that has worked with us in Fashion Week to go and hopefully that went really well. It was Thanksgiving weekend, so it was kind of crazy. I was in Atlanta. But yeah, networking is possibility is huge, and a lot of hairstylists, makeup artists, they think they want to go to New York. We have it going on right here.
Yeah.
We're in the top 10 cities. What we put down as far as fashion, Thomas, and then nurture the salons here in the city. We're like up and coming, and really the place to be. There, some of the places that I did go to. One was this past year in Whitehall. I didn't even know the place exists. I live real close, but it's industrial role. And this lady has a e-commerce business, but a lot of little business. She was doing her first clothing line. Do you remember who that was or recall? You sent me to her. Oh my gosh. Me and Sabrina had a ball. It was just wonderful. They had their own shoot in their warehouse.
Wow.
And it was fabulous. I was like, oh my gosh, it was a quick 2 hours, but we stayed a little longer.
White Lemon? Was it White Lemon?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, one of our corporate members.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I said, what's going on with the city? I didn't even know this exists. And so there's so many opportunities to do so many things. And I think you bring that for us. And we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely vouch that Fashion Week.
Love it. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And a lot of times, Lisa, I forget when I connect people, it's like I just put it out there and it's done. And so I forget like I've connected people. And so when you ask what was that, I'm like, I don't remember doing this.
Yeah, we were just on it. It was the one day that it snowed in April the 1st. We remember April the 1st. We had to be there at 8:00, and we went. And by 11, the snow was gone. That was the day that we went, Sabrina and I. But we had a ball. It was amazing. And then, like I said, just the networking. I like fashion. I like being out in our element. Makeup, hair, and clothing. Yes. You can't beat it. It's a wonderful world.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful world. And you're part of it. Guys, we're going to have to let you two go. Unfortunately, I know we usually have a whole hour, but it's like a variety show.
Now behind door 2.
And door 2, who's back there? We're going to find out in a second. Love you both. Thank you so much for your support.
Much love.
You are part of the Fashion Week Columbus family.
Thank you. Holidays to both of you guys.
Nice to see you all. Happy holidays. Have a safe New Year.
Yes.
See you next year.
Yes. Happy New Year.
We'll have to push her out.
Bye, Lisa. Love you.
We love you, Lisa.
Bye, Burke.
Oh my goodness. I love our fashion family. It's almost so much fun also to see, the impact that it has on people. We always talk about the impact on designers, but this is a good example of the impact behind the scenes that it has on the working professionals that help with Fashion Week.
So guess what, Nia? Remember earlier I was like, I can't get my slideshow to work.
So it works now.
In the midst of all of that, I figured another way around. I had some technical issues today. So guess what? Although Elliot is not on, he might come on a little bit later. I was hoping Elliot Carlisle from CFDA would be on with us, but he might be on a little bit later during our show here. But earlier this year, Nia, as we were talking about, we joined forces with the CFDA as a founding member of the CFDA Connects program. Yes. And for those that don't know exactly what this is, basically it is a community of regional fashion weeks across the nation coming together to utilize each other's resources and knowledge, but also CFDA's resources, services, and knowledge and experts. So we were super happy to start the year out with this partnership. It's a huge deal. It puts Columbus on the map with the fashion industry.
Yes. And it's interesting because a lot of people in Columbus, we know about Fashion Week in Columbus, but outside of Columbus, a lot of retailers and organizations are just finding out about all the great work we're doing here. So this is just another outlet for people to find out about us, and us connecting with other people to give more resources to the people we're helping here, like Lisa, designers, hair, makeup, all those people.
Yep.
So this is a really big deal that we were able to accomplish this year. And hello, we're still in the pandemic. So
Hello, we are still in the pandemic. Exactly. So also, Nia, a quick result of joining forces with the CFDA was our first ever fashion industry conference that we
yes,
executed earlier this year.
yes,
And that was 2
amazing.
days,
Yes,
16 hours, 30 plus experts to knowledge share about the fashion industry. And about half of the speakers you see on this image here, those were plugged in by the CFDA,
yeah,
including there's Elliot himself, there's Mark, there's Ebony. They're all from the CFDA, and then they brought in a model agency, they brought in a casting director. It was quite amazing to just really have them fill those slots in, and that was actually, Nia, I'm going to be honest with you, and you saw it too, because you hosted an event or two with us, and that was one of the best virtual conferences I have ever been to.
yeah. And let me say, anybody that's watching, wherever you're watching, if you missed last year and you're hearing about us doing this again, please sign up. There is something for everybody that has a creative professional career. You could benefit from. Look at all of these different sessions that were happening. It was just crazy good, and so many things that you could learn. Even if you didn't think that it applied to you, there were so many things that you could apply to you, whatever your creative outlet is.
Exactly. And then 1 week, I think it was 1 week or 2 weeks right after this, we decided, well, you know what? We're not busy enough. Let's partner with the Columbus Museum of Art. And let's go ahead and do the Art and Bloom. Let's partner with Art and Bloom and Art of Style, which
Yeah.
featured 3 designers and Columbus Fashion Council members, Joan Madison, Gerardo Encinas, and Genevieve Christoph, out in the
Yes.
garden. Nia, go ahead.
Amazing. I didn't get to go. I had another obligation that night, but I saw the video and I saw the pictures. Amazing event. First of all, everybody looked fantastic. And I think this was right around the time too, where a few things were starting to open. So
This
people
was
were
the
so
first.
happy to see something creative. And then these 3 amazing designers, the museum is the background.
Yeah.
The garden is gorgeous. The weather was starting to break from cold, so it was just fantastic.
And
I'm sad I missed it.
I'm sad you missed it too, but it was the first big event to happen after lockdowns. So kudos to Nanette and the team over at the Columbus Museum of Art. It was gorgeous. And then, excuse me, on top of that, then Carson Kressley, who was their celebrity guest,
Oh my gosh, yes.
I was able to get him on our own virtual fashion industry mixer. Hello.
That's
He is
major.
the OG Queer Eye for the Straight guy, y'all, if you don't know that. So
Yeah, Carson is amazing, great personality, and the fact that we had him here on our live, that's just amazing.
it's crazy. And he was so amazing. Like, even in person, like I was honored to host the Art of Style event, which, is really just me introducing Carson Kressley, to be honest with you, and let him do all the work because he was that good. So I understand why they bring him in. So amazing. So then after that, Nia, of course, there are other events that we did before Fashion Week Columbus, such as the fashion soiree on the rooftop over here at the terrace. I say over here because I live right behind it, which was amazing, right? And we showcased Fashion Week Columbus 2021 designers' former collections. And it's a very warm day. It was beautiful and it was perfect. And there was an actual merman in the pool.
Merman was styling too.
Marissa Cui, hello. Good job on bringing the merman.
Yes. Shout out to the duo from Marissa Cui. They've been doing some great stuff. So they did jazz up the merman around the pool.
They got a lot of photos. I mean, people got a lot of photos of that merman.
He was the main attraction that night.
Really? Seriously, I took a photo. Then a week later, we had our first ever Columbus Fashion Council industry Columbus Fashion Council members mixer at the Nicholas Rooftop, which was another just fabulous event.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there were so many, I don't want to say so many, but there were very great pillar events that happened as soon as the weather broke. And this was definitely one of them where people could come and really talk, because we hadn't got to network in a long time, and meet some new professionals.
Exactly. And we got to hear from Write or Teach, last year's scholarship recipient, who spoke about the impact of the scholarship. We got to hear from some designers on why the organization has helped them get to where they are. Marissa Cui was one of them.
Yes.
Remember, they're only about 3 years old now.
I think it's about 3 years. We may be a year or two off, but they're still very new. But my gosh, doing some great things with their brand.
Amazing things. I mean, they're all over the world. I mean, it's really hard for fashion brands to do that, to come right out of the gate and right away have distribution and in different, countries.
Yeah. And also, I know I keep saying this, but they launched just before the pandemic, but they were really doing some great things with their brand in the midst of the pandemic. And for a brand like theirs to be able to sustain and actually move forward while that was going on, that's amazing.
That is a testament to a great brand.
Yes.
So then after that, we had our pre-event events, pre-fashion week events, such as the model casting, designer interviews, some PR here and there. But then we did get right into Fashion Week, which is our flagship program.
Hop in it. And people don't realize that it's literally, shall I say, a runway to the runway once all that happens.
I mean, seriously. Well, I'll do this. Let me play. We'll start with a high fashion tea recap video.
Okay.
Then we're going to move into Passport to Fashion, which I have a special guest coming on with us. So let's play that. I want to play that video real quickly for the high fashion tea. It's pretty amazing.
Show me the car where you turn me on. Where you telling me you want me down. Done it, I done this before you fall. I won't catch you, don't know I'm stalling. Cause you love to have them all crying. Calling me sweet, telling me you need me. But I'm from a city that's high school. I give them this and more I go. Cause you a bad money, she don't love money. She break grass real fast like on money. Wanna swim down to the deep end. Wanna know all my secrets, honestly. Can you keep it real? Cause honestly, I can tell that you're real fond of me. Baby, don't be shy. I can see it in your eyes. I've been running around. Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand it, how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand it, how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Take it, baby, I ain't scared to take it. Oh, and maybe when I take it, oh, I feel it coming down too strong. Cause I want ya, and it's hard to resist. Cause I need ya, and it's hard, baby, yeah, cause I believe ya. Hold me tight, holding on tonight.
Absolutely
so
gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I
And
know.
congratulations to all the designers. They had an amazing exhibition that day.
I mean, let me go ahead and so the designers were, hold on, let me get both of our faces on here. Sorry, Nia, cut us out.
It's all good.
So if you look close up here, that's Yasin Sueva. She had a question earlier, which is great
Yes.
for Lisa, but she's wearing
Gerardo Encinas.
Gerardo Encinas, who may or may not be on here as a surprise guest later. And then we had a newcomer, Vinci. I was so enamored by his collection for the High Fashion Tea Runway show.
Let me tell you, he was a perfect designer for high fashion tea because this is a more intimate show. As you can see, the runway goes through the audience, and his detailing, oh my gosh, so impeccable. So to be able to get that close and see the designs right there walking past you he was perfect.
Yes. And then last but not least, Genevieve Christoph, which I was so excited to have her back involved with Fashion Week Columbus.
Yes, a Fashion Week Columbus veteran, and she's done some amazing things with her brands and everything. So it was great to have her on the runway. And her little daughter, she was in the video for the recap, and she just had, I think she had a birthday yesterday or today. So happy birthday to her. She's so sweet.
She was so sweet. She stole the show.
She did. Everybody loved her.
So Nia, that was Sunday, Kickoff Fashion Week. Then we moved into Monday, which was actually Nurture's event. We didn't talk to Burke and Lisa about this. It was their event that we helped produce called Beautiful Garbage, which is all about designs not being wasteful. So,
and you know what? It's so fun. I toy with the name. Like, I love the name, but also I'm kind of like, this isn't garbage. Do you see this? It's amazing.
Look at that.
I mean, look at people's faces back there in the background.
Yeah,
they're flabbergasted at what the designers did.
and of course, that's Gerardo Encinas, who made that out of lawn bags.
Yes. That was amazing. We've all seen those lawn bags that you go buy and, you throw the leaves in and put it out from the pickup. But look at that. How amazing. So gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Okay, so then we lead into Passport to Fashion, which is on Tuesday. So I'm going to bring on our guest, Aditi Bhatia, who is not only the founder of Passport to Fashion. She's our marketing director. So during Fashion Week, she's also making sure our marketing is in line. And she runs Events Amplified, which manages our streaming. So hold on. Let me see if she's ready. Coming at you, Aditi.
Hi, Aditi.
Hi.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Happy holidays. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Happy holidays.
Well, congratulations on another amazing runway show, Passport to Fashion this year, and then all the work you do behind the scenes for Fashion Week Columbus. So congratulations and thank you for everything you do for the organization.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. It's been an amazing experience. And it's go all year round. Tommy knows this. And then Fashion Week
hasn't stopped.
It's just the last, whatever it's called, the last leg or whatever, but we are at it all year round, and it's so great. It brought back memories when Tommy was talking about the fashion industry conference. 2 days only we know.
What happened behind the scenes. Good.
It was crazy times, but the payoff was amazing. And I have to say that, not that your show was ever bad, so I'm going to preface this, but your show, Passport to Fashion, keeps getting better and better and better every year. Just more amazing, great designers out there.
Thank you.
Let's look at some of these looks here.
Yes, some looks from the show. And see, this is the thing too. A lot of people, some people, I've heard designers say that they feel like their designs are a little too offbeat or untraditional for the regular show, but your show just encompasses everything, different cultures, different designs. It's just such a great variety on the runway.
We've been very fortunate, and it really is about breaking that traditional expectation of a fashion show. What is considered normal, what is considered runway worthy, who can be on the runway. It's taking all those notions and saying everyone's welcome, we can do this, and Passport to Fashion is the place to do that. And one of the things that I think of when I see these pictures, and I look at them a lot, but it is really the elation on the faces of the designers, because for many of them, this is their first show and probably the only runway show where they would be able to showcase their designs, because they're either unconventional or multicultural or some aspect like that. So we've been very blessed, and we're going into our 5th year next year. So it's been
5 already.
Yeah.
Yes. And Aditi, we were so happy to, we've been partners for a few years now with Passport to Fashion, actually since inception, right? And we were so happy to be a fiscal sponsor this year. I don't know why we never did that in the past until this year. We're like, we should because you're working on making your organization a nonprofit, and a natural step for an entity or an organization trying to become a nonprofit is getting a partner that could be a fiscal sponsor, so you can can have a taste of what it's like to be a nonprofit organization.
Right, that was huge for us this year. And, we're so grateful to the Fashion Council for first giving birth to Passport to Fashion, because if it wasn't for Fashion Week or the council, we wouldn't be around. And then for the fiscal sponsorship, because it really opened up more doors for us this year. And one day after our show, we did get our nonprofit status. And so we are thank you. We are well on our way to getting, into becoming a full-blown 501c3.
Congratulations. That's amazing news.
Thank you.
And it's not easy, so congrats. I understand the labor it takes, the amount of paperwork it takes, and the people you have to get on board, and literally on board, because you need a board. So
Yes.
Good job, Aditi.
Thank you.
We love Passport to Fashion. It's one of our favorite shows of Fashion Week Columbus, and we love you, and we love your partnership. And thank you so much for being our surprise, one of our surprise guests today.
Thank you so much for having me. Always grateful to the Fashion Council, Fashion Week Columbus, all of you. You all are family and my team, and so none of this would be possible without all of these individuals that work hard, and for you that mentor me. So I know there's door 3 and now there's somebody else behind it. So thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Yay,
Can't wait for year 5.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh. Such a great asset to the organization.
But that's just another I can't grasp the word, but another win for the organization to see someone within fulfilling their dreams and leveling up and doing things. I love to see people that have worked with the organization doing bigger and greater things. So that's amazing. I'm so happy for her.
Crazy amazing. We love it. And I'm so glad that they got their nonprofit status. That is that's something to celebrate. So let's move on, because we have more guests coming. Macy's fashion show.
Look, you know what? I don't remember what year we're on for this, but this is another one of my favorite events. And I love that we've been on the rooftop the last 2 years, because that has been great.
Look at that. Look at the setting. The setting right there is just amazing.
Yes. And it was at sunset, so it was a gorgeous day, and we got to see a lot of great fall fashions. And the thing this year, Macy's had a lot of new brands that they display for us. So I don't know about you, but a lot of us scurried inside after the show and bought things.
Yes.
that were on the runway.
Because we also got some gift cards, I believe, from Macy's. They passed them out to their guests.
I didn't take one. I didn't know that.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's all good.
Might be in the first 50. Sorry.
I'd rather the other guests get them. I still bought stuff. I'm just happy there were some great things down the runway to choose from.
Literally one of my favorites.
I'm thinking I should have bought that coat.
It's beautiful. It would look great on you.
I should go look and see if it's still there. Oh, hey, hello, there I am.
What's this event, Nia?
Philanthropy meets fashions. It's one of my favorite events of the week. I know I keep saying this, but literally because we really get to learn about the headliner and just the mind behind the designs. But that's probably the journalist in me and why I love this event, because I'm a Q&A type of person. So it's so much fun to talk to the headliner and see, how they got there and what inspires them and much, much more.
Oh my gosh. It's such a great event. And Alex Banash coming in for the second time as our headliner. He has a lot to share, and I love it because he has so much knowledge and experience of the industry. And he's literally, he started at the bottom. Well, actually started as an ice skater.
An ice skater. Who goes from ice skating to like the red carpet and runway designer? Like, that's crazy. But Alex's story was amazing, and it's always fun to have him around and chat with him.
Always fun. And then we also had the fashion industry mixer at the Citizens Trust with Ilmoda Brand Development.
Yes.
That was a super amazing, fun event. I walked in a little bit late, but it was packed.
Let me tell you something. I love the industry mixer because it's always the who's who of fashion in Columbus, and they are there and looking fierce. There was a few times because a lot of us were wearing masks, because if you weren't drinking, you were wearing a mask. I'm like, well, who is that in the hat, and who is that over? Oh yeah, it's just such fun to get in there. And Lumna launched her collection, her denim that night, and that was amazing.
Yes.
And, had a nice fashion presentation. So that was a fun night.
It was, I mean, her denim, which is
Mhm.
also a corporate member of the Columbus Fashion Council,
Mhm.
and on our gift guide list. Yeah, she showcased, she debuted that night with that brand and other brands that she represents as well.
Yes.
So yeah, and I think maybe Luna might be one of our surprise guests, but I think she's in an area where it's a little choppy with the internet. So let's see what happens if we can bring
Okay.
her and Gerardo Encinas on, because we're going to talk about several things. Let me see if that's going to work.
See if it'll work. See if we can get him in here. You know, this is a live event. You just never know. There she is. Hi. Oh,
guys.
there's the.
Hi.
Look where we are, guys. Hi.
Hi,
Karina.
We are in
The
Gerardo's
Fashion family.
store.
This is amazing, you guys.
Tell them, Karina.
It
Tell them
is
what you're
like
seeing.
every single thing you want to buy, not even kidding. And it's just gorgeous in here and like has such a good, like beautiful feeling. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like, look at this. Look at this.
I pay her.
No, you
You
don't.
paid her to say it?
Now you should. It's amazing.
I love it. Well, okay, let's talk about it then. Let's skip all the way. Let's skip to the end of our program and go back. Yeah, we're gonna backtrack. But let's talk about where you're at, how it happened, whose idea was it, and Gerardo, and how you feel about it. But Luna, like Emoto Brand Development, brought Gerardo on as a client after Fashion Week Columbus, right?
I feel so tired right now, but happy.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
you've been happy.
That's all.
No,
the
we're good. We're
hard
good.
work we've been doing.
So on last month in November 7th, this lady, she contacted us and she's like, "Hey, I have a proposal for you guys, maybe a pop-up shop, blah blah blah." So I was like,
Blah, blah, blah.
we went to we were in Cleveland and we had a meeting on November 9th. And after that meeting, my mind was like, "Oh my God, I know I want to have a pop-up shop, but I want to have my own store." So I talked to Lumna, I talked to Julie, the owner of the place, and we made that happen in 1 month.
Yeah, it was supposed to be just a pop-up, like a seasonal pop-up. And she has Julie, one of our board members, Julie Wilkes, she has a business called 7 Studios. It's a yoga studio here in Columbus. And I actually teach yoga for fun through her studio. And just learning her business over the last year of working with her, she has a 3-room studio, which is, we're in the 3rd one here. But she almost was going to let it go. She's like, I don't use it. It's kind of costing us money. We're a small business. And so I said, well, before you let it go, let me see if any of our clients or any of our fashion council designers maybe want to take this up for the holiday. And so the first person I thought of was Gerardo. And now not only is he here for the holiday season, but he's here permanently. And so, which is why his store looks so permanent. It's not a pop-up, you know, any pop-ups, you know that it's mobile fixtures. It feels like it's a transient experience. Whereas when you come into Gerardo's, what we call the Encinas experience, you really feel you belong in here, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation. And it's a beautiful, beautiful boutique with anything we have the ready to wear, which is shop in your size, any size. If you don't see it on the app.
By the way. That's new from Gerardo, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is a new collection.
Yeah, it's new stuff, and I'm happy. A lot of people during the years they always asking me when can I make a jeans, a pair of pants, blouse, or whatever, like something easy to wear and ready to wear. And but my passion is always couture gowns, but the opportunity. She bring the opportunity, and we decide to do it.
Like this couture ready to wear gown.
Yes.
Oh yes, I love this piece. One of my
I call it cupcake because you just look so just yummy like a cupcake.
I do look like everybody kept calling me a cupcake that night. They're like, "Oh, you look so delicious." I'm like, "I feel delicious. I feel very delicious."
You kept saying you were the dancing emoticon, and I just didn't know what you meant until like later it clicked. I'm like, oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know the red dancer. That was
the salsa dancer.
Well, he also dressed me the night before.
No, it's another dress, and I didn't know that, but let me show you this dress. The model she made a post and she said, "Oh, my poop dress," and I was like, I feel offended. But let me show
because
you.
it's like the
But
poop
it's
emoji.
like the emoji.
Okay, let's
Like,
do
yeah.
cupcake, okay?
Look this one.
Red frosting cupcake.
Here, hold on. Let me make it bigger for us. Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't get it. So,
I mean, but
okay,
it's fashion.
no. I was so offended when I saw that too. I'm like, that's rude. And then I get it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but it's fashion.
But can I tell you guys something? It really isn't poop. It's really soft serve chocolate ice cream.
Oh.
Yes,
That's what the emoji is. We just, society, we just assumed it was poop and that's what we use it for. But really, soft serve ice cream.
Yeah.
So I'm going to combine some topics here. First, congratulations on the boutique. It's downtown on Main and 3rd. I will be there in the next hour and a half because I know you're doing a special event.
Better hurry up.
I know. Don't eat all the caviar. If you eat all the caviar,
There's not going to be any of that champagne left. Oh, look at the charcuterie
Lord.
board.
These will be gone by the time you get here. So
And we have a caviar bar.
But I want to talk about both of you because this year was our first year rolling out. The Columbus Fashion Council rolled out the Columbus Fashion Awards. And both of you are recipients of that. And I want to talk about the first one, Lubna, our board president, amazing businesswoman, amazing fashion designer, our industry guru. You got an award for outstanding achievement.
Thank you. I know it's kind of crazy, right? Well, it's funny because you feel like you do so much in the work that you love and you work in your passion and your purpose. And then, when people kind of recognize it, it's not why you do it, but it's nice to be recognized for it.
Yes.
And so, the Columbus Fashion Council, obviously I serve as board president, but I won't always serve as board president, right? I'm still a person in the industry. I'm a person trying to do something, trying to advance our city in this way. And, these awards I know meant a lot to the organization. They mean a lot to the city. We had so many wonderful people receive awards, Gerardo included, and we'll talk about that. But I think it meant something for the leading fashion organization in our community to start the fashion awards and to start to kind of commend the organizations and individuals that are pushing us forward. And so it's so exciting and I'm honored. I can't believe all these people voted for me because people I feel like don't even really know what we do until they're like a client of ours, but it's awesome. So thank you.
Of
Well,
course,
I
thank
have
you.
to say, Tommy, ask me who I'm wearing.
Who are you wearing? Hold on. I have to do a close up.
I am wearing vintage Lubna design here.
I didn't even see it till right now. Wait, show us. Do a twirl, sister.
Damn.
Oh my
I can't really twirl here, but yes, this was one of your first few designs, and I love this top.
One of my first ready-to-wear pieces.
Yes.
Tell them.
I wore
You've
that
worn a lot of
red
my
dress
stuff.
for the Fairy Good Mothers event
Yes,
that you had a little fashion show at. So we've all worn a little something, Lubna.
Well, Lubna got her start. Well, you didn't get your start at Fashion Week Columbus, but you showcased at Fashion Week Columbus in 2013. I think you were still working your corporate Huntington Bank job, right? But after that show, it was full-time designer and full-time, fashion business.
Yep. Within a year of showcasing at Fashion Week. And Nia actually was one of my first and very consistent clients. That's how we met. We met on Twitter.
How many times did I come over to Huntington and you were on your lunch break and we'd go down in the bathroom and try outfits on?
Okay, Nia. So I'm waiting for you.
I will be down to the shop, Gerardo. I promise you. I'm definitely coming down to the new boutique. It looks gorgeous.
Speaking of Gerardo, look, you got an award.
Yes.
Design and Innovation Award.
Yes. It's here.
Oh,
look at that!
I don't have photos of any of these. Look. Okay, let me say this. I went and spent a long time choosing these damn awards. I wanted to get the perfect award because they're real crystal and they're heavy.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's on display here in the boutique.
Oh. It is? Oh,
yeah.
That's so sweet. Yeah. We're so happy for you. You definitely deserve that award. You've been working at this for so long. But the thing is, people have to understand the way the votes work is your Columbus Fashion Council members get a vote, the board members get a vote, and then the public gets a vote as well. And the public vote doesn't count for as much as the other 2 votes.
Yeah, they're weighted votes. But
So your
it's
peers
good
voted
to
for
know
you.
that it's like that, and it's not just you picking who you think your favorites are, Tommy.
I don't even vote.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
don't vote.
That's why I'm saying it's good for you to tell that. People don't think that.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny because I think a lot of people, I just want to say, I think a lot of people see the same people talking about Fashion Council and Fashion Week over and over and over again, but they don't realize there's actually thousands of people in our community that are involved with it. You're seeing the faces and the voices of it. You're seeing the faces, hearing the voices, but there's so many other people involved in it. And you know, the community in general is very inclusive. And I would say outside of Columbus, and I think any of our counterparts in larger markets will tell you it's not as inclusive in other areas. And so I feel so proud of that. And, you know, Tommy, as the founder, I know you are very, very proud of that. You've opened up an opportunity for people to feel like they're a part of something, not just on the business side, but on the creative side.
Well, since Luna's, yes, 100%. Sometimes it's hard for me as the executive director because I'm down in the trenches, right? So I'm always like, what's going on out there? The bigger picture, when you do say that, I have to stop and really understand the impact that the organization has had on designers like Gerardo, on yourself, on Lisa Whittington, makeup artist, on, you know, Sarah Song, our show director, who is now working her dream job, you know, of being a producer. So yeah, I appreciate that. It's not often I'll stop and think about that, but thank you. Luna, would love you to talk about the next couple of awards and awardees.
Yes. Oh, okay. So this is Tracy, who is a designer here in Columbus, but she was receiving this award, the Positive Change Award, on behalf of the Columbus Fashion Alliance, which is an organization that we very much support as the council. They have come together in the last year and a half or so to kind of create a maker space and a space to just, if you have thoughts, if you have feelings, if you just feel like you want to explore your creative side and you want to actually create a good or some sort of either fashion product or maybe a decorated good like a t-shirt you want to screen print or DTG or whatever it is. They have received some public funds and they have a maker space here in Columbus. They're actually at the Idea Foundry. I think it's kind of like a co-working space situation, but they have a wonderful space over at the Idea Foundry where you can go in and you can really just become a member of their organization and be able to use their machinery and use some of their access points within the creator space. So it's really cool. We have supported the Columbus Fashion Alliance since day one. And I mean that with my whole heart. Tommy and I were in the initial conversations. Yes, before it even had a name, and we didn't know what it was going to be. And so Positive Change Award, in my opinion, and Tommy, you can speak to it as well, but Positive Change, I think, is a perfect name for it because it has a long runway. It has a long way to walk there and back. And we want to help it get to where it wants to go so that our designers and our stakeholders can also see benefit from CFA as well. Exactly. So Positive Change, I think, was the perfect award for them.
I also hope, Luna, that, and I see this happening, you know, designers that, you know, might get their start at Columbus Fashion Alliance can then eventually come to Fashion Week Columbus and showcase on the runway to get the second part of, you know, the marketing, getting in front of the buyers, in front of the media. You know, I think that's super important. You know, so we're happy about supporting the Columbus Fashion Alliance.
Let me say something.
Yes. Wait, is it going to be good?
No, I think it's
Oh, did they freeze?
Yeah, they froze. Probably good thing.
That's why.
Probably good. You froze, Gerardo. It just could not have been a better could not have happened at a better time. So I'm so sorry, guys. But we're gonna move on to the next award, which is to Celeste Malvar Stewart, a favorite designer of mine in Columbus for sustainability. She is the queen of sustainability, right,
Listen, and like, give her her crown, give her her flowers now. Like, if you just said, hey, Nia, who can we give sustainability award to? That would be my first person that came to my brain because it's amazing. If you guys follow her on social, she shares a lot of, you know, how she's sourcing. Like, I want to say not too long ago, I saw her with some lambs because getting wool from local farms and stuff like that. Like, she's just amazing and so innovative, and this couldn't have gone to a more deserving person for this award.
The funny thing is, Nia, when we were taking nominations, I learned of a few more designers in Columbus I had no clue about that practice sustainability within their designs.
Yeah, no, it's really cool because, a lot of people don't think about sustainability and how fashion affects the environment and that kind of stuff. When you're cleaning out your closet, like what I'm going through now, what happens to this stuff? Are you throwing it away? And these types of designers, that's their thing. And, and I just think it's so responsible of them, because a lot of designers are not thinking on that level, and it's so needed. So this lane is amazing right here.
Oh look, they're back. Hold on. Let's bring them back in and talk about Celeste Malverse.
I'm done. Thank you.
Gerardo was saying something really quick about CFA. Tell them.
Oh, okay.
Tell us.
No, I was about to say that kind of awards, that means a lot to like me as a designer, because that means people care about what I'm doing, and people are watching what I'm doing, and means a lot. And I'm so happy to be part of this big family.
It's definitely well deserved, Gerardo. I know a lot of people know that we're best friends, we're sisters, but literally, like I told Nia, I didn't vote. I don't vote. So you earned that on your own.
I was your best friend, but okay.
Thank you.
I thought I was his best. Oh, okay.
And I will say Gerardo works very, very hard. A lot of people don't know how hard he works, but because he seems to pull it off with ease, but he is a hard worker. I can't tell you how many times I've met him on a whatever day of the week, and he's like, yeah, I didn't sleep last night because I was making dresses for Nina West or someone else or whatever.
Yes.
I know you're a very, very hard worker, so you deserve it.
Some Bravo celebrity. He's always
Thank you, Nia. That means a lot. For real, means a lot to be part of this big family.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know what?
Tommy, look who's here.
Show me.
Show me.
Oh, hi, Cody. Welcome back to Columbus. Hi, Bill.
Good to see you.
Hi, Sean.
Hi.
I will see you guys probably in the next hour. Hopefully, you're still there.
We gotta move.
So.
Lord. Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
Are you coming?
Yes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be there.
You better. I will kill you.
Amigo, you need to turn your music on. Your guests need music to dance to.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bye.
Love you, bye. I love
Always
them.
a show with Gerardo, right?
Yes. And so I want to move on to our last award that we gave to Janelle Coleman, the Impact Award, for all the work she's done through her career of making an impact.
Yeah, a lot of people may know Janelle because of who she's married to and not known the work that she's done. She's done some amazing thing and helped so many people career in the fashion industry. And she is just amazing. So this is great because she's definitely impacted a lot of people in the industry, especially people working behind the scenes.
100%. We're so happy to roll those awards out. Literally, I feel like we put a lot into last year. Like we just threw everything because we just came out of a pandemic, and we're like, no, we're going big or we're going home, and we're definitely not going home. So
nope. But Tommy, one thing that I always discuss with you after a year is, oh my gosh, this was amazing. How are we going to top it next year?
I know. We didn't even talk about Fashion Week Columbus yet. I mean, about the finale show.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk finale show, because the finale show, first of all, Mother Nature tried to, I almost said a cuss word. She tried to poop emoji on our show, but she was not successful because a lot of people don't know our show was supposed to be outside and a damn tsunami hit an hour before the runway. We had to move it inside, and it turned out to be amazing. Like I always say,
inside.
things happen the way they're supposed to happen.
Yes,
I always say that. And
Yes.
the way I know our team behind the scenes, shout out to all the volunteers in the logistics team, because they moved everything from outside to inside and made a new runway because
Yep.
everything was set up. But this was so cool. It was
The
so
energy.
cool.
The energy itself, Nia, was amazing. You know, something I usually say, and I've learned over the years, is, and I love the outside setting. It was beautiful. It was set up. They even rehearsed out there. They
Yeah.
had a huge LED screen. But I've learned over the years, and I think you have too, is that's great. That's beautiful. But when you're in a tighter space with everybody squeezed in and
So
COVID
good.
safe,
It's
the
so
energy is like it's so amazing. Like, it doesn't dissipate. It stays within that crowd.
And so if you weren't at the show, you guys can see the people on the sides. That's the runway. So they had it was a long runway because we had to figure it out, a long winding runway.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to watch it. And if, like, I was on the far end from where this was the starting end. I was kind of towards the ending end. So, but the way we also, shout out to John Page and his crew, the way they had the tech set up with the screens, it was like anticipation. You could see them coming down before you could even see them with your own eye. And it was just amazing. This was so good. I loved it. And the designers.
Yes. Speaking of which, we have Xantha.
Xantha. Yes, shout out to Xantha. She just had a birthday too. I just know that because of social media. But she had amazing designs. You know, Xantha has been a Columbus favorite for a very long time, but this was her first time showing on our runway, and it was just amazing. Like, so many things. And, you know, she does clothes, accessories, and just like,
Necklace.
She was breathtaking. In the bag, her bags.
She's actually, Nia, I'm so glad she joined this year. I know she tried last year, but we know she felt ill. She became a victim of, not a victim, but she became ill from COVID. I did too, eventually. So she couldn't do last year, but this year she came right back. But she's been around the Columbus community for a while.
Very long time. And there's a lot of people that have her clothing or have shopped in her boutique, but to actually see a collection that she created for the Fashion Week runway, this is the first time, and she did not disappoint at all. I love seeing the crowd and listening to the crowd as the designs come through, because I like to see how people react to the designs. And this one, her collection, was a lot of ooh and an on.
Right. It was great. I'm so glad to have her on board, and I hope to have her back next year. I do know she had high praises for the event itself, high praises for the other designers, which we don't normally hear that often, right?
Yes.
I loved it. I love a design. You know, a designer is mature and has a lot of growth and experience when they praise the other designers. I appreciate it so much. Who's this next one? Oh, Janae. Oh my gosh. Okay, Nia, a couple things. Janae is the first trans woman to make a cover of our lookbook, the first trans woman designer on our runway, and she presented trans, non-gender, and or gender neutral and drag within her collection.
Let me tell you what. Can we talk about the drama? Can we talk about the glitz? Can we talk about the glam and the queens and the I wish I counted how many times I heard yes as her collection was coming down the run.
When Ken Tuan came out, I've not heard the crowd be so loud ever until Ken Tuan. I don't have the photo, but Ken Tuan came out in her outfit. The crowd died.
Ken Tuan was like Swan Lake meets the rodeo, and with your ass cheeks out.
Oh my God.
It was amazing. It was a great presentation.
Who's next? Oh.
Gerardo.
Yes.
Yes. And I believe he has some of this collection on display in his show too. I mean, his boutique. So definitely check him out. Like, obviously, Gerardo has amazing designs.
I told him after the show, like, I was so proud. I said, you presented Ready to Wear meets Couture.
Yes.
Which this is, and I love it. It's so different than what he's done in the past.
Yes. Okay, hold on. You know, we said we're on live. My plug is not working.
Uh-oh. That's okay.
I didn't want to get cut off. There we go. Perfect.
Who's next? Sorry, I was getting a message. Oh, Vinci.
Yes, Vinci.
that.
Look, first of all, just the culture and the graphic arts and the color, like Vinci was amazing. Another great presentation on the runway.
I mean, so a little story behind this print right here is this is actually a couple of pieces of fabric. It makes it look 3D. So it's printed at different levels on like 3 layers of fabric, and these are actual real people that he took. I hope he had him sign a contract because these are real people on his collections.
Yeah, but I'm sure, he's a professor at Kent State. I'm sure he buttoned it up, but it was definitely amazing. And when they were coming down the runway, until they opened up, like how this girl has her skirt opened up, it was very inconspicuous as to what the print was, but then you would see it and be like, oh, wow, this is so cool. And the nod to Asian, and he had a couple nods to African culture in his collection. It's really, really cool to see his collection come down the runway.
So amazing. Then this is Destiny Howard.
Destiny, brand new to Fashion Week Columbus. I'm still messing with this plug. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
But her collection was amazing and so beautiful. You talk about another. There we go. I just didn't push it in good enough. Sorry, guys. But she had some beautiful pieces, and one thing about hers is I love the prints and how a lot of this could be like ready wear, but also dress it up with great accessories. Like her collection was just so beautiful. And a lot of the things I heard people, oh, I want. So this is her first time showing with us.
First time. And her dad talked to me afterwards and just was so grateful for the experience because it helped her grow as a designer.
Yes.
And being part of our show. I don't know if you have not been to another fashion week, and not to toot our horn too much, but we're a really polished platform,
Yes.
And sometimes it gets us in trouble because people see the glitz and the glam. They see a $200,000 event that we did for probably 30, 40,000 because of our partners and all the, negotiations and sponsorships. But it gets us in trouble because we forget about the heart of what we do, or not we, people do.
Yeah, they don't see all the details and how they see the glitz and glam, but don't realize the impact that it has on just the small businesses, because these designers are small businesses.
And that's exactly what her dad was saying, was like, this was so amazing, and you've really helped my daughter's brand, and we're coming back. And I love to hear that. So, and on top of that, Nia, we forgot to mention that after the show, we did Shop the Runway for the first time.
So a lot of people don't know, Tommy and I have been talking about this for several years, but it always happens when it's supposed to happen. But after the runway show, people got to come in down that hallway that you're seeing there, and there was a whole little showroom for people to shop. So they could buy Destiny, they could buy Xantha, they could buy everybody that was on the runway, and it was so amazing. And people were buying and trying on things, and they got to go home with something right there from the runway, which has not been able to happen before. Usually they're tracking down designers later on and trying to say, how can I buy? But you could buy right away.
Including Alex Vanash.
Listen, let me tell you something. Them girls was buying Alex Vanash.
Yes. He came ready. Matter of
yes,
fact.
He did. Yes, he did. And he came with beautiful pieces. And I loved this collection because it was a lot of couture, but a lot of things that you could just take and wear every day. Like that blazer, for instance, you could put that on with a pair of jeans or over this gown, like they said, because us girls, we like to have a little something on our shoulders and just go somewhere. So it was absolutely amazing.
So Nia, we also presented for the first time a new program during Fashion Week Columbus called the Fashion Presentations.
Yes.
And this allowed designers and brands, not just, those with Fashion Week Columbus, but like artists like Ryan Weiler, who is an artist, but he's a surface artist that has a clothing collection. If that makes sense.
Yes.
And he was able to showcase his collection in front of our VIP guests in a presentation style on 10 models. And it was beautiful. So it was him and 5 other brands that were from the Columbus community. So we did that for the first time, and it was such a huge hit. I don't have any photos of it loaded on the slideshow, but I wanted to mention that because it's worth mentioning.
Yeah. And, a lot of people, I think we've said this before, oh, I'm not ready for the runway. I'm not ready for that. So this year, were able to present different outlets and avenues for designers that maybe didn't think they were ready for the runway, or sometimes it's not, you're not ready. Sometimes you just can't do it at the time. So giving them another outlet to be able to show their talents and their showcase is just amazing. So just another facet that Fashion Week could bring to the public for the people to see.
So we have a 2-part mission at the Columbus Fashion Council. The first part is to provide a platform for local or Ohio-based fashion designers. The second part is to provide scholarships to fashion design students. And after this year, we have provided almost $40,000 of scholarship funds to a CCAD student. And this year's recipient is Maria Mendoza, a senior at CCAD.
Yes. Congratulations, Maria. We cannot wait to see what's next for you. She comes from a nice lineage of other scholarship winners, and they are working in the industry and doing amazing things. So we cannot wait to see the amazing things you do, Maria. Big congratulations to you.
And the coolest thing too is Alex added, so we gave $5,000.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's why she's holding 2 checks. I almost forgot about that.
So Alex,
you know what? I was backstage with Alex before the show, and he told me what he was going to do. And I was like, what? Like, that is so cool. And I was just so excited that, he thought to give back. This is money. He's a working professional. So, he has to eat. He has to keep the lights on as well. And he took money out of his own pocket to help Maria and add to her scholarship. And as most of us know that have student loans, honey, thank you.
Right. So she was super happy to receive that. And we were super happy for her to receive it. And she, I think, was almost crying on the runway when we presented it to her.
She was. Yeah. So amazing. Very, very big.
So Nia, we're at the end of our show. And I want to end with a couple of words from you and then me, and then we're gonna end with a video highlights video from the finale runway show. It looks really good. No one's seen it yet.
I was just going to say I have not seen this, so I'm very excited to see it. But I just wanted to say congratulations to all the professionals and all the designers that pulled off another fashion show during a pandemic. Like, people don't realize how complicated it is to do a show without a pandemic going on. And then you add a pandemic, you add a tsunami, and just all of you guys, it was insanity, that storm. But just congratulations to everybody, because this year was just amazing. There was so much going on. And thank you to all the sponsors that helped make this possible. Thank you for all the people that just came to a show. Even if you weren't a sponsor and you just came, you guys really impacted people and helped people and really changed their lives in a way that you don't even realize. So congratulations to everybody, and thank you to everybody involved. I cannot wait for 2022, which is a tongue twister. How are we going to top it? Hoping this year there's not a tsunami, but we'll work around it if there is. Like, I'm just so excited. And Tommy, thank you for the opportunity to work with you guys once again. I thought I was done with Fashion Week. I thought I was just going to be in the audience and come and enjoy, but you guys yoked me up and I was there helping out. And I just love you guys so much. And thank you for everything and the impact you've had on me.
Yes, and when Nia says she was done, it means she turned out from the board.
They kicked me out.
Our board members get 6 years, 3 and 3, and she was done. And then after that, you can't be on the board anymore, which is good for your board. It means it's good for growth. But we're gonna miss Nia. But then I was like, Nia, we need you to come on as our program director for 2021. And she had to think about it.
Okay.
I already knew the answer was yes. you know, which got you a front row seat, and you know. I love it. No, I'm so grateful that you came on, and you know, you really stepped up when we needed you to, and you did an amazing job. You know, you've never left the Fashion Week family. So thank you so much. And thank you for co-hosting and hosting virtual mixers with us as well. You do such a great job.
Well, thank you. I love being here with you all.
Well, you know, 2022, that means you're going to be doing more. So
buckle up, Buttercup.
Buckle up. Well, we have a great 2022 planned. We have our strategic meeting coming up, our annual board meeting coming up in January. Lots of amazing announcements to make. It's a pivotal year. And, you know, but we always follow our mission, which is scholarships and fashion designers to be platformed. That is our mission. And that's what guides us in everything we do. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you for putting up with our antics, because we have funny antics. But we're going to leave you now.
Issues and all.
Our technical issues. Like, the slideshow's not working. You should have seen Aaron.
Like me. Oh my gosh, I'm at 1% and I'm not plugged in.
You caught it just in time. But you know that 1% lasts like 30 minutes.
I don't trust it.
It's like a reserve.
But I'm that girl, and I'm the girl that drives the car till the gas light comes on. So I skate the line.
Right, exactly. I'm the same. Well, we're going to leave our audience with the first ever seen highlights video of the finale runway show.
World premiere!